Good morning, dear teachers. In this session, we are going to discuss the key elements of changes that occurred in the curriculum, especially for physical sciences. Before going in details, let us discuss what are the key ideas, what are the key aspects of these curriculum changes. If you see here, first one is what is curriculum, why curriculum changes are needed or necessary, the curricular goals of NEP 2020, the core themes of science curriculum, the key components of curriculum changes. So among these 5 aspects, first we will see what is a curriculum. If you observe curriculum, in generally we say that curriculum is a list of subjects, but curriculum is not just a list of subjects, it is far more than a list of subjects or a timetable of lessons. It defines what learners learn, how they learn, and why they learn it. So in a broader sense, here the curriculum we can say it is a map. How can we say that curriculum is a map? What map shows? Generally, it is a map that charts the path towards the knowledge, skills, and character. Curriculum act as a bridge. How can you say curriculum is a bridge? So, a well-crafted curriculum serves as a bridge between the vision of education and the reality of classroom experiences, guiding both teachers and students on the journey of discovery, growth, and transformation. It not only acts as a bridge, it acts as a mirror. So as a mirror, it reflects the culture, language, and the aspirations of the people it serves. As a whole, at its core, the curriculum reflects the values of society and the needs of learners, that is students, and the goals of the nation. As a whole, it is just the heartbeat of total educational process. Here, what is a curriculum according to NCF 2023, National Curriculum Framework? So, the curriculum must be the foundation of total educational journey. It has to shape the student learning, and it has to a link between education and classroom practices, and it mainly has to emphasize the real learning in spite of rote learning. So it has to move away from the rote learning, and it includes inclusive, adaptable, and competency driven framework. Why curriculum changes is necessary or needed? So to promote scientific inquiry and scientific skills, we need a curriculum change. And to meet the demands of job in the market, we need these curriculum changes. And also to ensure equality and inclusion in education, we require curriculum changes. And we have to define a clear learning outcome for the curriculum. Why this curriculum is necessary? Once again I am asking. It provides a structural learning, it aligns with educational goals, it enables the teacher for readiness or preparedness, it has to integrate the real world applications. Why and what are curricular goals of NEP 2020, especially for science? We already know the main themes or main goals of science curriculum is conceptual understanding. Not only conceptual understanding, it has to promote scientific temper and curiosity. It must include inclusive and equitable science education. It has to integrate technology with digital resources, and it must be multidisciplinary approach. Now let us discuss what are the curricular goals according to NEP 2020. mainly for science curriculum. If you see here, the first one is conceptual understanding. That means the curriculum must avoid the rote memorization. It has to prioritize the understanding through hands-on activities, and also it has to promote scientific temper and curiosity. It has to encourage students to ask questions, to observe and experimentation and seek the evidences. It also inclusive and equitable. That means it has to introduce scientific based activities at foundational and preparatory stages through play and exploration, and it has to build foundational scientific literacy for early grades. It has to integrate technology and digital resources. That means it has to use digital labs, simulations, platforms and online resources to enhance learning. The curriculum must be multidisciplinary approach. That means it has to include all the disciplines of education like maths, technology, social sciences, arts with science. So it has to promote hands-on experiences. That means it must promote experiments, projects, model making, etc. It has to develop the competencies like critical thinking, problem solving and collaboration and creativity. The curriculum must be contextual and localized. That means the science curriculum has to give a localized examples, localized context with community and knowledge systems. What are the core themes of science curriculum? Especially this science curriculum must align with NCF 2023 for grades 6 to 10th classes. If you observe here, there are 5 core themes of science curriculum. The first one is matter and its interactions. Second one is energy and transformations. Third one is the universe and earth systems. The fourth one is motion and forces. Fifth one is material, substances and their properties. So based on these core themes, we have to frame the syllabus, especially curriculum. If you observe, the first one is matter and its interactions. There are 3 or some more subtopics in this area, like properties of matter, changes of state, atoms and molecules, physical and chemical changes, and in chemistry the basics like elements, compounds and mixtures. All these are subtopics comes under this core area. Now let us move to second one, that is energy and transformations. Here there are different forms of energy generally we observe, like heat, light, sound, mechanical and electrical. Not only different forms of energy, there are different energy resources we can observe in our daily life. Those are renewable and non-renewable source of energy, and energy transformations like energy conservations. That means from one form to another form, and another one is work and power. So these are all the areas come under this core theme, that is energy and transformations. Now let us move to next core area, that is universe and earth systems. So in this area, if you observe different celestial phenomena like solar system, universe and different celestial phenomena, and some natural phenomena also like earthquakes, volcanoes, weather and climate. And also it includes earth structures, the structure of the earth. We know earth consists of different types of layers, and it includes rocks, minerals and sustainability also, like environmental systems and sustainability. All these areas come under this core theme, that is the universe and earth systems. Now let us move to next area, that is motion and forces. Generally we know, as a physics teacher, we know the laws of motion, The speed, velocity, acceleration and some more other concepts comes under this core theme. Next, gravitation, friction, force, buoyancy, all these come under physical forces. And simple missions and their principles also involves in this core area, that is motion and forces. Now let us move to our new area, that is material, substances and their properties. In this area generally we know acids, bases, salts and some indicators, some natural material, some synthetic material like some metals, non-metals, and in everyday also we observe so many chemical reactions around us. All these subtopics come under material, substances and their properties. So these are the about the core themes of science curriculum. That means while preparing a science curriculum we have to take into consideration all these 5 areas according to NEP 2020. Now we will move to new area of science curriculum. That means the key components of curriculum changes that occurred in this year. If you see this slide, each and every concept has aligned with academic calendar. Here if you observe the syllabus for 8th, 9th, 10th classes, everything aligned with academic calendar. If you observe especially 8th class syllabus, totally there are 8 lessons and first 4 lessons, force, pressure, coal and petroleum, friction and chemical effects of electric current. So these came under a sequence, that means one after the other, as first physics and second chemistry, third physics and fourth one is chemistry. Likewise in the second semester also the lessons are sequenced like that. That means sound, combustion and flame, light and some natural phenomena. Like this we framed the total syllabus and we divided the 8 chapters as 4 chapters in the sem 1 and next 4 chapters in the sem 2. In a sequential order comes first physics, next chemistry, next physics, next chemistry, like that. Likewise as 8th class is divided, 9th and 10th also divided in the same manner. But whereas in the syllabus for 10th class we have to complete it by the end of November. That's why we divided the 10th class syllabus as it is. That means like chemical reactions and equations, the first chapter, second one is light, third one acid bases, fourth one is human eye and colorful world, next metals and non-metals, electricity, carbon and compounds, magnetic effects of electric current. So these are all come under between June and November, because we have to implement a 100 days action plan. That's why we align every syllabus, every aspect of curriculum with academic calendar. Now we will move to next slide. That is, if you observe from June month to February, the total number of working days aligned with the academic calendar. If you observe the month of June, there are 15 working days. Excluding Saturdays, it is 13. So total number of working days excluding Saturdays and as well as assessments, we have 13 days. So according to 13 days, we have divided the 8th, 9th, 10th syllabus according to 13 days. Among these 13 days, some are teaching periods and some are non-teaching periods. And if you observe especially August month, we have 21 working days in August month. Excluding Saturdays, we have only 18. And last column is that we have 14 working days excluding assessments, because we have FA1, Formative Assessment 1 in the month of August, from August 4th to 7th. That's why we divided the syllabus based on number of working days available and also aligned with the academic calendar. Here if you observe 8th class the total 4 lessons like Sem 1 and Sem 2 in a clear-cut division manner. Previously it was not like that. Previously there is a little bit confusion in selecting Sem 1 and Sem 2 chapters. At the same time there is a confusion in providing assessments. Here there is no confusion. There is a clear-cut division for Sem 1 and Sem 2, not only for 8th class. If you observe 9th class also, there is a clear-cut division from Sem 1 to Sem 2. Here if you observe 9th class, total 9 lessons are there. First 5 lessons come under Sem 1 and next 4 lessons come under Sem 2. Here also there is a clear-cut division for month. That means the first semester come under June to October. After October, Sem 1 is completed, and November to February there is Sem 2. Likewise, we divided the total syllabus into sems. If we observe 10th class syllabus also, from June to November it has to divide, depends upon number of instructional periods. If you observe clearly, here there are only 64 instructional periods for 10th class. Instructional periods means those are teaching periods. This is also aligned with academic calendar. Not only academic calendar, it also enabled and aligned with teacher handbook. There also we have 64 lesson plans. So for each class there is one lesson plan. Now the next concept is this curriculum is aligned with the cluster complexes also. Here if you observe the cluster complex dates has given previously. That means the July complex will run on 17th July, that is 3rd Saturday. Likewise, for each and every month we have prefixed the dates. That means every 3rd Saturday, if 3rd Saturday is a holiday, then 4th Saturday this complex will run. So what are the objectives of conducting cluster complexes like this? So the key objects are developing the concepts and sense of cluster as a whole, and it has to enhance the capacity building for teachers and provide support in learning. For that we are, as SART, we are giving some model lessons as well as some difficult concepts explaining for that particular month. Next, this curriculum is also aligned with assessments. As I already discussed, the formative and summative assessments also prefixed. That is, first formative from 4th to 7th August, and it has to cover the June-July syllabus, and formative 2 from 13th to 16th October, it has to cover the syllabus of August and September. Like this, each and every formative as well as summative, including the grand test for 10th class, also prefixed, because there is no confusion. There should not be a confusion for the teachers in conducting assessments as well as in conducting classes. In formative assessments there are 4 sections: 1 mark questions, 2 marks questions, 4 mark and 8 marks questions. Total number of questions 20, and the number of marks for formative assessment are 35. Whereas if you come to summative assessment, summative also includes 1, 2, 4 and 8 marks questions. Total there are 17 questions in summative assessments, and total it has to carry 40 marks. So this curriculum has aligned with academic calendar. This curriculum aligned with assessments. This curriculum includes aligns with the number of working days. So everything is prefixed. That means there should not be a confusion for the teachers in conducting the classes. And here if you observe, no back days. No back days also for science curriculum especially. There are science seminars, science drama, science fair. These three, science seminar, drama and fairs, has to conduct in a particular month. Here also there should not be a confusion. That's why everything is included in the academic calendar. That means if you observe science seminar at cluster complex level, it has to conduct in the month of August. In the month of September, that is district level. In the month of October, there is state level. If you observe science seminar or a drama, that is cluster level in the month of September. In the month of October, district level. In the month of November, state level. Likewise, science fair also, in the month of October, there is a cluster level science fair. In the month of November, there is a district level. In the month of December, there will be state level science fair. Here, already we discussed about the number of working days and the number of teaching periods. All those are again aligned with the teacher handbook. In teacher handbook, the primary knowledge, if you observe here in the slide, here the June month, there are how many working days and how many teaching periods are there, how many non-teaching periods are there. For each teaching period, there is one lesson plan, and there is no need of writing a separate lesson plan for every teacher. Everything has provided from SCRT. So there is no need of writing lesson plans, as well as diary we can write in the teacher handbook, and we have given some space in the teacher handbook. Not only providing academic calendar, assessments, as well as teacher handbook, but also provide some summary videos for every teacher and for every student for better understanding. Suppose if any student miss any class, then he may be in confusion. In order to delete that confusion, we provide some summary videos after each teaching period. This summary videos includes 3 to 4 minutes, but it has to cover all the concepts in a video form. That's why to provide a better understanding for teacher as well as for the student, we are providing summary videos in the LEAP app. Please utilize it. And to provide the summary videos, that means from SCRT, we are providing what are the broader view and what are the key components in each and every topic we are providing. Based on this key concept and based on this learning outcome, based on this broader view, summary videos has provided. Every time we are observing Diksha e-content. Now this Diksha e-content also enriched. So there is enriched QR codes in the textbook. And moreover, I am reminding once again, there is even one QR code that is empty. Each QR code embedded with 5 types of content. The first one is e-textbook, second one is learning resources, and third one there are some assessments, and there may be some explanatory content and some teacher resources like reference books also we have provided in the QR codes that are present in the textbook. If you observe, we made some changes in the textbook, especially for diagrams, because we observed that some of the diagrams makes confusion, some are blurred. So in the 8th class textbook, we made these changes. If you observe here, Sem 1 friction chapter, we have made one diagram change, because to provide a clear-cut idea for the student. And also we included the 21st century skills like technology, creativity and collaboration, which are included in the textbooks. And this year a new system has introduced, that is a bridge course is provided for the students of upcoming 10th class. Those who are completed 9th class, they have to come to 10th class in the month of March itself. And before coming to 10th class, each and every student requires some basic skills, some basic knowledge regarding the content present in the textbook. That's why this bridge course provides a learning gap. To provide or to create the learning gap from 9th class to 10th class, we are supplying this bridge course to each and every student of 9th class. So if you observe here, the bridge course consists of different items, that is physical and chemical changes. In physical and chemical changes, just in 9th class we will provide just how to write a chemical equation, simply how to balance it, that's all. So for this information, by providing this much of information in 10th class, the student has a familiarity with that particular concept. To provide that familiarity with the concept, we are providing a bridge course for upcoming 10th class student. We also made some changes, small changes in the textbooks, like merged book as a science instead of PS and NS, and we provided dotted lines on Telugu medium pages. Some initial pages were removed which are not necessary, and cover pages also changed. These cover pages especially must reflect the contents in the textbook. That's why we changed the cover pages also. And some important points in the textbook in each and every chapter was bold, and some warnings are provided in reading, and some scientist description were also added in each and every textbook. And if you observe previously in 8th class syllabus, there are 11 lessons. Among 11 lessons, we deleted 3 lessons for this academic year, because NCERT has already deleted these 3 chapters which are not required for the grad 8th class. That's why we also deleted these 3 chapters in the textbook, that is synthetic fibers and plastics, some natural phenomena, stars and solar system. Utilize these changes in the curriculum and utilize these modifications in your regular practice, and it will help a lot for you as well as for the students. Thank you one and all.